Hi everybody, I'm your Prasad. Now we are going to discuss about data types. The definition will be a data type in programming is a classification of that specifies which type of value a variable contains. Which type of a value the variable contains. Classification of information in data types. C data types are primitive data types. Primitive means here I am showing with the cursor olden days data types, and here we have secondary data types that I will show you here with a cursor. Derived data types, here primitive data types are integers, float. Here with the cursor you can see on the cursor integer data types, float data types, and character data types, double and void. Here derived data types are array, pointers, structures, union, and enum. Enum will comes in last and fifth unit, right? Those are void. Here I have described with a table. Serial number 1, data type void. Void means valueless. Size is 0 byte and syntax is void main. Void returns nothing. And second one is character. Character data types. It occupies 1 byte of memory and it will be indicated with char a is equal to p. P or any character from the keyboard that indicate with single character, that indicate with single colon. Int data type, nothing but integer. It occupies 2 bytes of memory. It is declared with the int x or any variable is equal to some constant semicolon. And float occupies decimal numbers. Decimal number data type will indicate with the float data type. It will be 4 byte and it indicates the syntax is, here I am showing syntax, float some variable b or x anything is equal to 2.56 in this example and semicolon. And double bigger than float, it occupies 8 bytes in the memory space. That will be declared syntax double a, any variable a is equal to some number 2.256 2.5678 semicolon, any number you can give, any number. The basic unit is 1 byte equal to 8 bits and 1 by 1. If it is given for SMS question, you need to write like this: integer data type. An integer type variable can store 0 or positive and a negative number. It can store positive and negative value without decimals, without fractions, without floating point. Integer. In C language, the integer data types is represented by the int keyword. Int is the keyword. I already told you we have 32 keywords. One of them is int. Integer value can be both signed and unsigned. I will show you what are the, yes, these are integer is the one of the keyword out of 32 keywords in the C language. See here 17th one is int keyword. These are 32 keywords. In my previous video also I told you these are called predefined, already defined in the compiler. Dennis Ritchie is defined in C language. System defined, already these are system defined or are reserved words. Those are reserved words. And library words are inbuilt words, inbuilt in the compiler. those are called keywords. Those are 32. For example, auto, brake, case, care. You can pause the video and see all the keywords here. Case, care, continue, do, default, constant, double, else, enum, extern, for, if, go to, float, int, long. Long is the biggest data type than int. Register, return, signed, static, size of, short, struct, shift, type of, union, void, while, volatile, unsigned. These are 32 keywords. You can pause the video and you can see those keywords, right? These are the int data type. Default 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Integer type will occupy 2 bytes, nothing but 1 byte equal to 8 bits, so 2 byte equal to 16 bits. Thus range is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Because this is plus, 0 will be there, so 1 will be reduced here, 8 and 7. So in the format specified percentage d or percentage I. Percentage d means decimal or digits, percentage I because it's a integer value, right? And syntax for integer value declaration. If this is asked for data types SMS question, you need to write all the matter which I am telling now. Int a equal to 5, assigned integer size, and int x, this is called a declaration of x as integer type or definition. Int a equal to 5, this is 5 is assigned as integer type, that will be in the a variable, that is assigned or initiation. This is declaration or definition. Int x. Int I equal to 225. Int is a data type, I is a variable, 225 is a constant. And the next data type is float. Float data type. This, if you get in the SMS question, you need to write these things. Float pointer data types are decimal value number. Decimal value means fractional, point wise will be declared in float data types. These are types kind of floating point, float and double. This is of two types, float and double. Double means little bit bigger than float. Float and double are two keywords in C language. These are data types float and double used in mathematical examples like fractional numbers and square root numbers. When we are doing fractional numbers and square root numbers, these data types will be used. And here the table, when you write SMS question, number type float and double. For float, width is 4 bytes. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 4 byte means 4 into 8, 32 bits. And here the range, you can write the biggest range for that 1.4 power e. You can write, you need not to by heart this, you can write in your own words, no problem for that. And format specified is percentage f float. And here double is occupied 8 bits, that is equal to 1 byte equal to 8 bits, 8 8 is 64 bits, 8 bytes or 64 bits. That is a range from 1.7 exponential 308 to 1.7 exponential 308. This you need not to by heart, you can write in your own words, but it is a biggest range, but this you have to remember. Percentage LF, LF means long float, right? You need to remember this. For float, percentage F. For character, percentage C. For int, percentage I or percentage D. Syntax for float and double. Declaration defines float f is equal to 2.56. Here float is a data type, here I am indicating with the cursor, and f is a variable, 2.56 is a constant. Assigning 2.56 value to float variable. Float f, this is just a declaration, or a is float whereas a is a variable. Assigning double d equal to 25.256786. See, after decimals, 6 fractional points it will be accurately declared. Note point, float can represent up to 6, actually I wrote 7 here, 6 decimals will be accurately, you can get it, and digit accurately, while double can hold up to 15 decimal digits accurately. After that we cannot get exactly. And third one is example data type is character data type. These are no negative characters. The character data types stores char data in fixed length. Data can be strings of single byte or multiple bytes, letter numbers, and data other characters. The table is name type char, it is a character. Char is a keyword out of 32 keywords just now I have shown to you, and width is 1 byte, that is equal to 8 bits, and range from 0 to 256 characters, means 256 total, 0 to 255. So, total 256 character unsigned, mean there will be no sign for that, there will be no negative number, unsigned. And for character, percentage C is the indication, format specifier. The syntax is char C is equal to, in single quote, P or anything, hash, comma, every special characters comes under this, even empty space also. It will be end with semicolon, as a syntax is there, rule is there, every statement end with semicolon. Char, here char is a data type, char I mentioned with blue, and it is a data type, one of the data types, and C is a variable, you can mention C, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, anything, it is a variable. Identifier or name, P is a single character, we need to mention with single character, single quote, that is the note point. Here note point to indicate a character is character value must be indicated with single quotation. And we have string data type. String data type is a C language, is a sequence of group of or collection of characters that are letters or numbers or any special symbols. So, group of characters is called a string, group of characters is a string. String S equal to double quotation Prasad sir, at the rate, special symbols also there, one, this is the example. Here string is a data type, S is a variable, this one, or you can mention, I will show you, right, char C of 100 semicolon, you can mention like this also, char C, because character array is a string, or you can mention like this also, char C of 10 is equal to double quote Prasad sir, semicolon, end with semicolon, you can mention like this also, right. So, character array is a string, a note point is enclosed with a sequence of characters with double quotation, we need to include with double quotation. So, this is a SMS question, that is about data types. Data types are four types: int, float, char, string. You need to mention with the tables and a detailed description. You will get full marks. If you get short marks also, you can divide that into separate parts. That is the syntax and explanation for that. All the best for your exams.